All right, so I'm sure almost everyone in here has a family member that smokes, or maybe you smoke. I know I smoke, and it's not very bad, but I'll get into that later. Did you know that according to the National Institution of Drug Abuse, in 2014, 34% of 12th graders smoke, and in 2014, 68% of people over the age of 26 smoke. Now that's a huge percentage, but have you ever thought about how tobacco started, or how it was advertised to get people into it first, and then why people can't give it up, why is it so addictive? So first thing we're going to talk about is its history. So before the Europeans started growing tobacco at a large scale, Native Americans smoked tobacco, but it wasn't for like hobbies or it's a habit or something like that. It's for religion and medical reasons. And there's cave drawings dating back to 600 to 900 AD with them smoking through a pipe like this. And just a side note, this is also used in Vietnam. Like whenever you go to the countryside, whenever you walk through that door, the front door, there's tea and tobacco. If I lived there, I'd probably die so quick. So when the Europeans came in and colonized, they grew tobacco along with corn and cotton as a cash crop. And this is a huge moneymaker. It provided money to help with the Revolutionary War against the Britons and our freedom, all that. And at this time, people didn't smoke much. They maybe smoked like 40 cigarettes a year, and some people like smoke 40 cigarettes a day. I know my uncles always smoked so much. They smoked 3 to 4 packs a day. That's like $8 a pack, $10 a pack, depending where you live. That's $40 a day. That's a lot of money you're spending on killing yourself with. And so it didn't. The whole tobacco thing didn't start off as a huge industry like it is now. It started off with a little dude called Duke, a little guy named Duke in his 300-acre farm. He was hand wrapping those and selling them. And it started off small, but then another guy came in in 1881. He made a cigarette rolling machine here, and this produced 120,000 cigarettes a year. And his name was James Bonsack, and he did business with Duke, and they made a whole factory with this. And in the first year, they were making 10 million cigarettes a year. And then in 5 years, they expanded the factory and they started making up to 1 billion cigarettes a year. And when World War I and World War II came around, this is when the production went through the roof. And the military, during that time, a lot of people joined the military for the free cigarettes. No, I'm joking, it was for war. They were drafted. But around 75% of cigarettes produced were given to the military so they can not stress out, to keep calm during those hardships and stuff. And now that this expanded to a global scale, as a lot of more companies came into play. And now that we've looked at how it started and how it grew, we'll look at the advertisements to get people into smoking. Now, why would you smoke? It's a cancer stick. Why would you do it? These advertisements here back in the 1900s really got people into it. And as you can see here, they're using physicians to promote their product here. And it says, Luckies are less irritating, especially your throat protection. It's your throat protection against irritation against cough. Now, if you smoked before, how many of you guys have actually smoked before, if you're willing to say? All right, cool. Well, when you first smoke, your first puff isn't just a smooth like vapor down your throat. It's actually like you're trying to swallow needles. It actually hurts quite a bit depending on your sensitivity. And later you get used to it, and then it's just nothing. But at first, how does that solve your cough? It's terrible. So, and then it started to appeal to men. So look at this guy, handsome, right? Krishna? Vivian? No? All right, cool. This guy was the guy everyone wanted to be, the guy that gets stuff done, the guy that all the guys wanted to be back then, the ideal man. So they used him as the Marlboro Man. And the funny thing is, it's not that funny, but 4 of them died of smoking diseases such as lung cancer and heart attack. And it just doesn't make sense to me why people would start, even though I have a little bit critical, I know. But yeah, people looked up to him. Smoking was the cornerstone of America back then. And then it started to appeal to women when the women started fighting for rights. And they started using phrases such like ivory tips to protect their lips. Doesn't that sound elegant? Doesn't it sound like you want to smoke in the comfort of your own home? Look at those letters and the fonts there. It empowered women back then. And also they used people like Amelia Earhart to promote their cigarettes. They also use like actors, celebrities, feminists even. And yeah, it grew up from there too. And now that we looked at the advertisements and why people started, let's look at how they cannot stop. Why can't they stop? A lot of people just say, why don't you just quit? It's not that easy. And all right, so how it happens is, everyone knows nicotine is the main ingredient that keeps people addicted, but you know why? It gets to your brain in about 10 seconds, into your blood in about 10 seconds. It's really quick. And what happens is, when you smoke a cigarette, you get that nicotine, it raises your dopamine levels, and then what dopamine is like a stimulant to pleasure and motivation. So people get high off that, they get a buzz off that, and then they can't stop it when it goes down. They get like stress, anxiety, stuff like that. In fact, I'm just pulling up now, I'm kind of nervous. How many thought I was gonna do it? I'm not stupid, I'm not gonna get community service again. Alright, so so that happens, it's in a circle. And I can tell you from my own experience, it's not that easy to quit. I started when I was in 8th grade just because it looked cool to all my friends. And I got hooked on it, and it continued throughout high school. I recently quit around January this year, and I started smoking e-cigarettes, which is not that much better to be honest, but they helped me keep my stress there, and then my cravings for cigarettes not as prominent. And the weird thing is, I still smoke, even though I saw my uncle have a heart attack when he was driving me. I was sitting in the back with my family. He was driving, he was a taxi driver. And at the stoplight, he had a heart attack and just died. But I still smoke for some reason. I just have that addiction. So did the rest of my uncles. Like, their brother died and they're still going on with it. And most of you guys know about this Indonesian baby. Have you guys seen it? Like 5 years ago, this baby smoking.
Aldi Rizal started smoking when he was just 18 months old. Now he's hooked and on 40 a day. They don't think of denying him his fix. The toddler goes crazy, screaming, slamming his head on the floor, even getting sick if he doesn't get his 2 packs a day.
I don't scream and do all that stuff, but I still have cravings like him. And to this day, they're still there, but e-cigarettes keep me down, as I said. And alright, now that you guys know how it all started, the history, how people got into it, why they can't stop, next time you see someone that's addicted and you just tell them to stop, it's not that easy. And the addiction is real. Some people don't think it is, because a lot of people start smoking and then they just get off really quick. But most of the time people don't stop and they keep on going, and it ruins their lives. Especially for me, because I was playing sports in high school, and I know that like decreased my performance back then. So I'm gonna leave you all with this quote. Okay, I don't have a quote. I'm sorry, but it had to do with the addiction of cigarettes and how they're really prominent, and you can't take it lightly, because once you're hooked, you're hooked. You're hooked for life. They have a customer, like you're the customer for life. There's no way you should go to rehab, and you really push yourself to it. Thank you.